Alright, we've moved back into the, I don't know if it's currently called an ADU, but we're in the ADU or shop back in here. We pulled the toilet. Also, this is 4-inch cast iron pipe. We're going to camera as far as we can go through this. Yeah, that was tough enough to get through. I'm not going to back up any further. I'm going to zero out right here. Granted, this is into the line here a little bit. Anyway, we do have the sink running. I'm just looking at the type of pipe this is here. Transitioning here over to concrete pipe. Now I'm going to have to locate and see where this is going. Unfortunately, we're getting to the point where I'm not going to be able to push my camera much further. Risking kinking it at this point. I've already had a couple close calls. So, but it looks like we do have a root intrusion here at 73 feet. And the type of pipe, it looks like it appears to be transite concrete. This is switching to. So I'm going to go here a little further. I think probably after this bend here, I'm going to have to probably reel it back in. Yeah, it's not even hardly moving at all now. So I'm going to locate, see where this is at. I'm having a little difficulty picking up the camera head here. I'm getting a signal over at the front right corner of the house, of the main house. I'm going to try and relocate here real quick and see if I can get a better signal. Alright, I did get a better signal this time around. So it looks like this line runs out and then it comes up around the right side of the house. I picked this up right at the front right corner. There are some paint markings already out there, and it's right where I'm locating at. I put a wide X down there. I'm getting the camera head around 6 feet 6 inches deep, and I do recommend a correction there to fix the root intrusion. Unfortunately, I can't get beyond that point there to know what the rest of it looks like. And I do not recall an obvious tie-in when we cameraed out from the front of the house. I'll run my camera down there real quick here just in a moment, but that would be important to figure out as to where this line is actually terminating at, because that's as far as my camera will even go there. And it's still about, if we're doing a straight shot, about 20 feet or so from the street curb. So it's going somewhere. Now, the city may have record of it and have a plot map of the route it's taken. It looks like this whole section here, it's almost all cast iron out to that point, or at least where we stopped was the transition point anyway. It's all draining out very nicely and is in good condition. So it's from that root intrusion on out that's the unknown currently. I'm picking the camera head up here. The reason I'm locating is there's a tie-in. I don't know if this is storm drain that's been converted into some kind of sewer line. I don't know what kind of setup is going on here, but I located this. If you're standing at the back of the house looking out onto the deck, we're kind of under the rear left corner of that. And where that's at is almost smack dab under a little bush there. I tried probing around in the ground, didn't feel anything. So anyway, I don't know if that's a downspout tying in or an external cleanout or what it is exactly. We have another tie-in right here, and this is there's a floor drain just outside this little ADU. And this may be a cleanout here. I was able to locate right on top of this one. It's right up close to the right side of the ADU, and only about a foot from it is a downspout. So it would certainly make sense if this is some kind of downspout tying in here. That's why I'm nervous. This is a storm drain line that's been utilized for sewer. So definitely need to contact the city and find out if they have any record of how this is set up here. That's very important, because it kind of looks like a storm drain system to me, but it's hard to say. And I'll go look one more time, going out the front of the main house there to see if I see any tie-in coming in. That would be the only indication that this line does actually tie into it. But as an overview there, at 73 feet where the camera stopped up is also the transition to concrete. We have a root intrusion there that I recommend repairing, and I'm getting the depth around 6 feet 6 inches deep, which is also kind of strange considering the line coming out of the front of the house there is only about 3 feet, so it's hard to say if this is connecting in or not. I don't think it is, though, to the main sewer line. Apart from that, all the cast iron, basically 73 feet of it, is in great condition. It's spotless clean and flowing very nicely. So I do recommend a repair there to correct the roots. That would be a great spot to put a clean out in and scope the rest of the line. So I was moving up here to the front of the house to try and scope and find a tie-in for that ADU. It sounds like talking to the realtor that he has seen record that there is a permitted line. It's a separate line entirely running from the ADU out to the street. Unfortunately, we're just not able to get all the way out there from that point of access. So either way, I recommend the root intrusion be fixed at 73 feet, which is just kitty corner to the front right corner of the main house, and then I would put a clean out in there. It'd be an ideal spot for it. To have that toilet as your only point of access is not a good point of access. Any other piece of equipment going down there would not be able to get as far out as the camera did. So anyway, get it rescoped once it's fixed and try and camera the rest of it.